Then the Berbers or the North Africans took Tanit in Tunisia and turned it into the god of Afri. Afri. You see it? Roll the coin. Same God. The Africans took the Hebrew Tanit and turned it into Afri. Let's keep going. We're going to get to the name of Africa in 1 second. Stick with me. It ain't going to be hard. What this is, Sunday? Tanit, goddess, bronze. The copper that made this shit come from America. Because our copper made the bronze over there. This is Tanit, the Ankh. The summer solstice. The goddess of the summer solstice. Let's keep going. We know the truth now. Afri was a local Berber goddess, right? Tunisia. Her name is also linked to the etymology of the word Africa. Damn. We know the truth now. Our symbolism was taken from the Phoenician Hebrews. Berbers took it, North African Berbers, turned it into Afri. Now the Romans come in and see they are worshiping Afri, the land of Afri, and name the whole continent Africa. Let's keep going. That's what happened. I got the receipts. Roll the coin. See it? Tanit influenced the ancient Egyptians with their goddess Nith. Then the Berbers got it. An imported deity. Hold on now. Hold on. Let me slow down. Something our people brung to that area became Nith and Afri. Let's keep going. That's fire. That is fire. Hold on, I ain't through with that. I'm not through with that. Hold on, let me find the rest of the receipts. What this is, September 12th. Hold on. Roll the coin. Put the coin in the chat. September 12th. Got to keep that date. Now, this is a Phoenician script, right? Watch this. Many of their beliefs were developed locally while some was imported. Later influenced contact with other African mythologies, such as Egyptian religion, along with the Phoenician mythology, right? They took that from these people. Watch this. Arab influence. When the Berbers were converted to Islam, they still using our ancient culture. When the Berbers transformed to Islam, the Berbers had a rich mythology and belief system structured around the pantheon of gods. Many of their beliefs were developed locally, while some were imported or later influenced by contact with other African mythologies, such as Egyptian religion and Phoenicians. Let's keep going. This is where the word Afri come from. The Libyan goddess Tanit, Nith in Egypt, right? Symbols of Tanit. She was the goddess of the harvest. You see that? Roll the coin. Same symbol in America. See that symbol? Same symbol in America. But I want to show y'all where they took on the languages and they took on the belief. The tomb was venerated by Berbers who went from pilgrimages to the ancient prehistoric monument, right? They was taking pilgrimages to the mounds of the Phoenicians, chamber built inside a hill. They were taking pilgrimages back to the mound of the Phoenician, mound builder Hebrew, ancient prehistoric monuments. This is where they get Mecca from. This is where the return to Mecca come from. We bought the pilgrimage of the mound teachings to Africa. Now the Berbers are doing it. This ain't their culture. They got it from us. They got it from us. Let's keep going. It came from us. The archaic word al-Barbar refers simply to foreign language speakers, right? Foreign language speakers, right? The Berbers were Africans. They learned this from the Phoenician. They didn't create this. Therefore, the Moors did not create the knowledge in the structure building, right? Fighting to defend their homeland and culture from numerous foreign invaders over thousands of years. Roll the coin. The oldest ancestors of the Berbers migrated into North Africa about 3000 BC, right? They spread westward across the region. Now, what I want to tell y'all is these are Africans, but they are learning from our people. Let me give y'all the rest of the receipts. Roll the coin. Tanit, Neith, right? Berber goddess. Worship spread to other cultures. See that? Now watch this. Tanit or Afri, motherhood whose roots are Berber. And Afri, also called Ifri, the Berber goddess of fortune and fertility. The Romans assimilated of Afri into the personification of Africa. So they got Afri from the land of Afri. Afri came from Tanit, which is Phoenician in Hebrew. It's a pass down of knowledge, and you name the whole continent Africa after something our people bought over there. See where I'm going? Let me see. Tanit, to bring rain to ensure a successful crop, right? Tanit has the harvest come indirectly through her role of fertility and rain goddess, but evidence points to her consort as a direct deity of the harvest, people, a direct deity of the harvest. The people who spoke of the harvest and the star alignment come from Tamari, who are teaching Africans. This is what I want to show y'all. It's still coming from agriculture. Right? The Celtic sun god, whose energy is celebrated as Litha, the summer solstice, which later the harvest festival named after him. See, the Celtics is our people too. Same stuff. Agriculture, summer solstice for the harvest. That's where the deities come from. That's where Paleo-Hebrew come from. Paleo-Hebrew comes from the people who created the star alignment for the harvest of the summer solstice. So it spreads around the world. That's where they get it from. It was something else I wanted to show y'all. Roll the corn. Hold on. Oh, it was something else I wanted to show y'all. Phoenicians left steles carved with the sign of Tanit everywhere they traveled as traders or you see that? Phoenicians brought that over there. You see that? And the Phoenician ship is found on the Mississippi River right now. Right now, people. This is the Phoenician ship they got on the Mississippi River right now in storage, called the Phoenicia. Look. Heartland shall remain the property of Heartland, including but not limited to the Phoenician ship. Where is it? Pennsylvania people, Wisconsin people signing it. An American artifact. See that? American artifact of the Phoenician ship. See that? Why is that Phoenician ship on the Mississippi River? Roll the corn. And we bought the information over to North Africa and taught these other people, and our goddess became Afri, which became the name of Africa. And in these caves I just showed y'all are the people that they say are the Phoenicians. In these caves I just showed y'all. It's another receipt I have to find to show y'all. I can't find it. Roll the corn. Hold on. Let me see, can I find the other receipt that shows y'all. Now, Tanit worship was widespread and powerful in that region. See that? Powerful and widespread in that region. Now, here we go in America again. Here it goes in America, right here. See that? Found in the caves in Illinois and Michigan. There you go again. Roll the corn. There you go. There go the ship. There you go. Here goes some more ships with the water symbol, with the Hebrew cross, and the date and the palm tree. And the palm tree. You see how he's roll the corn. Look at this. There go Anubis. There go Anubis, ancient Anubis, on the ship, the protector of the dead. Let's keep going. Here goes some more Phoenician ships. Look at the ships. You see it? Found in Illinois cave now, off the Mississippi River. Let's keep going. Paleo-Hebrew with the first Hebrew cross, some type of volcano or something like that. These people really got these artifacts. Elephants over here in America. Elephants over here in America who are descendants from woolly mammoth. Fire. Here go Anubis again with the Ankh cross found in America. Here go the gold. Here go the gold found in the cave. There go the two friends that found it. One of the friends and his wife got the gold. Found in these same caves. Here go the Mississippi River stone with the Hebrew. Roll the coin. Found in a cave, Burroughs Cave. Fire. You see it? Now, this is a depiction of the burial crypts that was inside of Burroughs Cave, 2 burial crypts. You see that? In the cave. And they call these people the sun gods. Now, what I want to show y'all is that this symbol was taken to Africa, to the Mediterranean Sea, and then it's popping up over there with Hebrew teachings, way over there as a Phoenician symbol, way over there in the Mediterranean. Now, let's get a little deeper. I just want to show y'all the connection first before I freestyle what I'm gonna tell y'all. This symbol comes from the summer solstice. This became the Ankh cross over time. Over time, this becomes the Ankh, right? Because I explained to y'all that this is the summer solstice. Before the sunrises of the summer solstice, you get the loop, ecliptic loop. That is the womb. That is the mother goddess teaching, right? That is the mother goddess teaching. The stars of the loop are the Pleiades, the Hyades, and the horns of Taurus. I want y'all to research this. This is in the sky before Sirius rises, people. So when you see stuff like this, you know what it is. See, people think it's evil, but they don't understand it's a star constellation of a teaching, right? Let me show y'all that again. Where's the Tanit symbol? Hold on, let me find this symbol that I was just showing y'all. Hold on, let me find. Right here. Right here. Right here. Now, aligning with the sun, this is the summer solstice representation. They put Taurus in there because Taurus is in the loop. So you put the bull in there to let you know the Taurus stars are in it, right? Roll the coin. So Taurus always goes with the spring and summer, right? It always goes with it. Because Taurus is always in the loop of the Ankh. That's why they said Europa was riding the bull, the white bull. Pleiades is Europa. Taurus, Europa was riding the white bull of Taurus, which is Zeus, right? I want y'all to study that. See that? Look at that. Look at that. Same thing. Mother goddess, because the womb is the mother. So therefore, they make it like this. This is a teaching. This is a teaching now of stars. Roll the coin. Now, the reason you have to understand this is, I want y'all to understand this because this is what built the knowledge. This is the basis of the knowledge, right? Before the summer solstice comes up, you get the big round loop of the Taurus stars, Pleiades and Hyades. Then the sun rises. The Sirius and the sun rises right after you get the loop in the sky, right? That's when you get the bottom of the Unk cross, which is Sirius, Orion, Regal, and Betelgeuse. So the key to life is the harvest. This is a representation of the star alignment that happens on the summer solstice, really, the original one, right? That's why this is so important. That's why they call this the fertility goddess. When this happens, the earth gets fertile for agriculture. That's why our ancient ancestors, for the survival of our people. So when this pop out, it's harvest time. And at this time, it's already in Africa, right? But in America, them artifacts I just showed y'all, ain't no telling how old they is. That's the first representation of this, right? Now, let me show y'all something. Now, in Georgia, see these pictures be getting leaked, and I keep them, right? Because they don't be want to show us this stuff. Now, in Georgia, there you go right there, buried with the mound builder. You see it? See it right there? Nakuchi Mound in Georgia. That's that same representation I just showed y'all. That's where it comes from, people. You see it? They so old, the symbol is older, right? But it's the same ecliptic loop with the T at the bottom. You see it? It's just a small one. These our motherfucking people. Because we the only people on the planet to have that type of ideology about astrology and agriculture, right? So I just like to show y'all that in the mounds is an ideology of an Egyptian who are the ancestors of the American Indian, melanated American Indian. Not no Native American. Everybody be in my comments, I'm Native. You're not Native. You are an American Aboriginal Indian. These are ancestors of those people. So you carry the bloodline of the people who created the Ankh or the ideology of the summer solstice, the all-seeing eye. Because after the loop go down at nighttime and the sun rises and the Sirius is in front of the sun, that is the all-seeing eye, people. The reason it's over a pyramid is it aligns with the structures to show the people when the harvest is. So when that sun and Sirius align over the mound or over the pyramid, there you go. That's why the mound and the pyramid and temples are so, even Tartarian style buildings were doing the same thing, right? They align with the same thing. That's why I be putting videos up on my page showing y'all the sun creeping into the old cathedral. There ain't no cathedral, there ain't no church. They just use it as a church today. The Roman Catholic Church took over all these buildings and turned them into churches. But these buildings were really an evolved architecture of a mound. It go from mound to temples and pyramids to megalithic buildings. So all them buildings with them columns on the front of them, with them windows at the top, are landing right down just like the mound in the pyramid. And them ain't no Tartarians, because Tartar is Mongolian. No, not Tartarian. I showed y'all a receipt a while back of the Cretans, or the people who wrote the first languages in Greece, in Europe. The Cretans. The Cretans language it was Hebrew. The Cretans language is Hebrew. Cretans, Phoenicians, all coming from a bloodline of people with the same teaching. You see the lettering, right? These are the people that name Europe, the Cretans. Ideology from the Cretans of Europa came from Cretans and Phoenicians. And Phoenicians are the people who name Africa. The teachers from both of these cultures coming from here name Europe and Africa. Then you get Greek and classical Greek and Latin and English down the line of other people mixing their culture with ours. Roll the corn. These languages come from agriculture. Mute the mods. These languages came from agriculture, people. Someone block see my age, let me get him. I got him, bro. I got him. I ain't got no mods no more, man. I'm just out here. I'm out here thugging. Roll the corn. So now, this is the way I want y'all to look at it and study it, right? Study it like this. I want y'all to look into these ancient letters, right? Hold on, let me find it. I want y'all to start looking into the languages. So when they say a Semitic language, right? Semitic language, that means that language was moving around, people. It don't come from the spots that it ended up at. So when we say Semitic language, we have to start figuring out where is the first place these languages came from. Right? So we started to find out that agriculture is the roots of the first Paleo-Hebrew. So look at it like this. The first people to do agriculture, the first people to do structure building or pyramids to the stars, mounds to the stars, are the people who created Paleo-Hebrew, are the people who created the Semitic language, right? Are the people who created Aramaic. You have to look at it that way. So if we are leaving the Mississippi River with crops, animals, a language, astrology for stars, the plow for irrigation of the land, fertility of the land, mother goddesses, wearing headdresses like this, and because this is the old headdress, this is the pre-dynastic headdress. So these are the ancestors of the people on the Nile, because this started over here. And they called Tamari the land of the plow. The land of the plow. Right? So were they gods or they were regular people, Scooby? Regular people, bro. Y'all get in the comments and ask some questions. Hop in the box. Hop in the box, y'all. Y'all hop in the box. Let me get some questions because I want y'all to understand what I'm trying to tell y'all. They were regular people, but at the same time, they had God's knowledge of nature, right? They were regular human beings, but they was enlightened. They was far more advanced than every other culture on the face of the earth, right? They call these people aliens because when they came to these other lands, they were so much more advanced than everybody else. See my age? Y'all tag see my age so I can block them. Oh, I see them. Let me see. I got them. Tag anybody else need to get the hell up out of here. So get in the box and y'all shoot me some questions about this because I'd rather hear like what people don't understand or how we can, roll the coin. Hop in the box, ask a question about this because now we understand why they call the Mississippi River the Nile. Yes, they are the Anunnaki. They became the people of Samaria, but they're not aliens, right? They're not aliens now. Anunnaki is just a name for the Sumerian people who was way more advanced than everybody else that was over there. But you have to study the Ubaid people. Ubaid. Those are the people that are before the Sumerians who mixed with the Sumerian and taught them a lot of stuff. They taught them the Hebrew language and all of that, right? See, there are glyphs in Samaria with corn. 3000 BC, right? The people who bought this knowledge became the so-called Anunnaki over time, but they are not aliens. Ubaid, Ubaid, something like that. Ubaid culture is the culture that mixed in with the Sumerian culture. Now, Africanus was a real person, but Africanus stole his name from the land of Afri, North Africa. So Africa not named after Africanus. Africanus named himself after the land of Afri, this is where the Phoenicians put Tanit, and the Berbers took it and turned it into Afri. Then Africanus people come in and name it Afroterra, the land of Africa, right? And they named the whole continent Africa. No doubt. No, it's cool, KLS. Y'all hop in the box and ask questions. I want y'all to understand it. I want everybody to understand it. Any questions you got, hop in the box, and I'm going to bring you up to ask a question real quick. These are the same bloodline that built the pyramid in Egypt, Lil Gucci. Yes. Yes, they are. They built the Sumerian tales. They built all of that, right? Was Mansa Musa from here? I really think he was. Because Mansa Musa had a bunch of copper, a bunch of peanuts. Mansa Musa had a lot of Thai-American stuff. That's a good question. But I want y'all to understand, I have to put the timeline together so you can see it better, right? Yeah, the Mormons are claiming to be our ancient ancestors, yes, because the Mormons dug into the mounds and got the information out of the mounds. Yes, giants. They were giants. Yes, those people were so ancient, they were giants. Long heads, everything. See, let me ask y'all a question. Why are the only giants to pop up in Africa on the Nile River and on the Euphrates River? Ask yourself that. Why are the only giants on the Nile and on the Euphrates? They don't find no giants nowhere else in Africa, in the Middle East. They just found them on the Euphrates and they found them on the Nile. Those are the two ancient spots where our people went first, right? Our bloodline mixed with the people over there. Appreciate you, Keisha. Get them out of here. These are the ancient bloodline of the culture, but we got giants all over America, found all over America. You see what I'm saying? So that knowledge of ancient culture left here and went there. Then those people with that bloodline of the giants became the so-called kings and the pharaohs on the king's list and stuff like that. The bloodline of the Thai-Mary mound builder evolved into that over there. We got millions of giants found over here. They don't have that many. Only one they got is at the pyramids on the Nile and on the Euphrates River in the tails or the mounds, the tails, the ziggurats. Anybody got any questions? Hop in the chat. Hop in the chat, y'all. Y'all come answer some questions. Yeah, the Mormons are claiming all that because they dug up all the ancestors' mounds. See, the mounds in America are the ancient. That's the start of the bloodline of the so-called kings around the world. You have to be an agriculture expert to be a chief or a pharaoh or a king, because you got to feed your people. That's where the kings list come from. These people left here and went there and took that bloodline and their teaching over there. What should we call ourselves? That's kind of hard because our name has been switched and we got so many different names for our bloodline of people. So many different names, bro. We Phoenicians, Cretans, Egyptians, the Mississippian culture, going back over here, Nephilim, the Atlanteans, the Hebrews. It's so many different names. So we ain't gonna get caught up in names. Niji is around the time of the mound builder turning into American Indian. So Niji is the word they use between mound building culture evolving to melanated American Indian. So that's what Niji is, right? But we would call names way before that. Niji is just the American Indian side, right? See, people don't understand that M-U-U-R comes from M-U. M-U-U-R comes from M-U. Mu. Mu is Mem. Mem is Hebrew, right? See, we wondering where we get these words from, and they use it to kind of, act like it's just something that Plato and Herodotus came up with, but it's not. Everything is ancient, people. And they hear these words and they use them again over time, right? So I want y'all to understand that when we say mu, we're talking about an ancient Hebrew word, right? Roll the coin. I'm see can I find it. Mem is mu, right? Let me show y'all. I hope I can find the rest of it. Mem is mu. I gotta shrink this one down. I had another receipt with that on there. Hold on. Mem is mu. So the people who are using these languages are the people that are speaking some type of form of Paleo-Hebrew. Here we go right here. Mem. See it? With the M, Mem is mu. That's why I told y'all, mu or M-U-U-R is an ancient word, right? Ancient word. Right? The Phoenicians introduced new crops and agriculture techniques to North Africa, including new types of plow-based agriculture. These are the Hebrews, people, coming from America. Plow-based agriculture. I told y'all the plow goes to Tamari. Anybody using that plow in BC time, way back, or from here, with new crops, what is the new crops? Corn. Stop acting like y'all don't know what kind of crop it is. It's corn. This was an enhancement enhancement on the Berber farming practices, right? Major trading empire. Agriculture endeavors to facilitate their trade, right? It is important to note that the Berbers adapted the script rather than simply adopting it, right? The Berbers got their writing style from the Phoenician alphabet, which is Tamari, Hebrew. The Phoenician letters and the agriculture techniques and the plow. Tamari is the land of the hoe, the land of the plow. Egypt taught you that. Come on now. We're going to put it together. We are the Hebrews. Simple. They don't come from Israel. They don't come from nowhere over there. We brought that over there. We are the first people with ships to sail the world, people. Ancient ships. We them people. It's still in us today. We just got to know it. Our ancient ancestors are them people. Your grandmama and them got the same bloodline as them people. My grandmama and them, your grandmama and them, down there in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas, in Alabama, deep down south, melanated, picking corn, and cotton, and tobacco. Same bloodline of the Phoenician, the Cretan. I'm telling you what I know. Same bloodline of the first Egyptians. That's what they don't want to teach you. And we built them mounds. And them Native Americans trying to claim them. But they older than y'all. They not y'all's, bro. Y'all not that smart. Y'all history ain't that old. We got 11,000-year-old mounds in Louisiana on Louisiana State campus, bro. Ain't no Native American built that. We built that. They trying to claim our history. This is the biggest secret on the face of the earth. All of that knowledge of religion, all of that 10 Commandments, all that stuff come from the bloodline over here. Yes, Canaanites. Canaanites are from here. If you go look at the old Creek language, they are talking about they are from the land of Canaan with a K. K is Hebrew. C is English. So when you say Canaanites with a C, you're talking about over there. When you say it with a K, you're talking about where it came from. You got to know the difference. Canaanites come from here, bro. Look it up. Look up Canaan with an I on the end. Then look up Canaan. Canaan is English. They just be switching your words to English, bro. They switch Choctaw to Choctaw. They switch Canaan to Canaan. You got to know the English translation of words. That's how they fool you. Now you got these white boy ass Choctaws and you got these melanated ass Choctaw. But we the original people. We were culturally assimilated with a couple letters changed, right? We are the tribes. Right over here. We wore the breastplates, the copper breastplates on our chests, buried in a mound. That's Hebrew. Go look it up. Copper head plates, copper armor. That's Hebrew, big dog. All the mounds up the Mississippi River, everybody they dug out had copper head plates and copper chest plates and stones in the chest plate of a tribe. So you better go do your research. They come from here. You never found nobody over there in Egypt with no. They assimilated the chest plate with religion. That's why you see the 12 tribes on priest breastplate. They come from ancient culture. And they took our virtuous teachings and turned them into religion. They took our stories and put them in the Bible and switch the names. Roll the coin. Point blank. Got a question? Y'all hop in there and give me some questions, y'all. Yo.
Hey man, keep doing.
Can't hear you, bro. Yeah, I can't stop. I'm in too deep. I can't stop, bro. Y'all follow point blank. Follow point blank. I heard you say don't stop. I can't stop now. I'm in too deep. Don Juan, got a question? I'm in too deep. It's deeper than the rap.
Yes, sir. Man, I got to speak to you, brother. Man, I've been following you the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Brother, everything you saying, I have most of it, and some I can't say most of it. I'll say a good deal of what you saying. I have been saying for over 25 years, my guy. I don't even have a question. I'm just thankful to hear somebody saying what I've been saying since I was born in '86. I started getting on this road when I was about 12 years old, bro. Like when people started trying to tell me about the difference between Africans and Americans, I noticed something that exactly what you were saying is some of the things that they were talking about over there, there are more pyramids and more things that come from America, especially with the corn. Brother, when I saw you say that, I immediately locked in, I swear to God. Because I told people, I'm like, how the hell did they get corn over there and they don't even have the land to grow it? Why are they like fixated on corn? And you talking today, like filled in the gaps I've been waiting for over 15 to 20 years to find, man. And I'm just elated, man, sitting here listening to you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
And I'm telling you, I'm just sitting here like, dude, you filled in the gaps for me that I have been trying to find for a minute. And I'm just like, man, I'm glad I came into this, and I want to give you your flowers, man, and thank you for everything you shown, my brother.
No doubt. Thank you so much, Dom. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate
Most definitely, my man.
I'll follow Dom. Follow Dom. Follow Dom. Follow Dom. Dom, research the Warka vase. The Warka vase in Samaria. Ancient Samaria, Warka vase. Corn. Corn. Research the Nineveh corn tablets. Nineveh corn tablets in Samaria. The people they speak of as aliens are our people that come from here. That brought the knowledge of how to grow this stuff. We put the pottery over there. We built the cities. We named the cities over there. Corn is on the artifacts in ancient Samaria. Nineveh corn tablets and the Warka vase. Warka vase. Research those, right? And research this right here too. Now let's go to Egypt. The corn is there. You just got to know exactly what you're looking for, right? The same symbolism the Sumerians got, the Mississippian culture got it. I want people to know that. Research that. Warka vase, Nineveh corn tablets in Samaria. It's going to show you that corn was getting planted over there from a people that's not from there. Then I want y'all to go look at the tomb of Nekhet. The tomb of Nekhet in Egypt. There's corn right there. Corn right there. You see it? Right there. Right there. It don't pose to be there. This is 2000 BC now. Come on. It don't pose to be there. Roll the corn. Tomb of Nekhet. Seti. Like General Seti be on YouTube. Seti the first got corn in his tomb on the wall. Seti the first. Right? Here go the tomb of Nekhet. There's wheat. There's corn. Those are date palm trees. Date palms, corn, wheat. You can't say this is wheat because there go wheat right there. This is corn. Ancient corn got one cob at the top. You see that? These are on the murals. These are real artifacts. right? Tomb of Niket, Seti the First, Hatshepsut, got corn also. Let me show you. I got a bunch of receipts for you now. Corn. It's corn, people. That's wheat, that's corn. This is a whole different mural. These people got a bloodline coming from here. I don't care what no historians say, because I'm looking at the artifacts. I ain't going by what nobody's telling me. I'm going by what the ancestors telling me. This stuff is on the wall. Let's keep going. And they are brown-skinned people. They're not black Africans. So that lets me know that these copper-colored people in Egypt got a bloodline from Timeri. It only makes sense. See, can I find y'all a couple of more? Now, these are the Cretans, the Minians, the Keftua, said to bring corn and copper to Egypt. These are some of the people on the ships. These are the Cretans, right? Corn and copper. I got a receipt that shows them bringing corn and copper to Africa, to the Mediterranean, right? Now let's go look at their language. Cretans. Let's go look at their language, because I like to show y'all that everybody who is bringing that copper is speaking Hebrew from America. Roll the corn. Here you go right here. Cretan pictograph. That's Paleo-Hebrew. That's a lif. That's a lif. That's the first letter of the Hebrew language, Paleo-Hebrew. Then the Phoenician. But these people are kinfolks because Europa is the queen of the Phoenicians, who is the mother of the king of the Cretans. So these people are all kin, and they call them the copper people, right? I want y'all to understand that why are they bringing gifts to Egypt? Because that's their people. It only makes sense. Why are they bringing gold and gifts to Egypt? Just like you bring something when you come out of town to your family or to your people or to your cousins or to your uncle them. We just ain't giving them gold and gifts for nothing. Them they people. They try to separate the people, but it's a connection there. I got the receipts of the Cretans bringing gifts to the leaders on the Nile at the time. They got to know these people. They got to be some kin to these people. It got to be some type of bloodline connection. This ain't giving away no gold to no anybody. Lady Tupac, got a question or a comment? It all makes sense now. Yo. Lady Tupac. Hold on. Deborah Morris, 61. You got a question or a comment? Funny Can, got a question or a comment?
I just want to thank you. Everything that you said is real enlightening.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
No, thank you. And I just wanted to ask, a lot, if we said like stuff like this, like people would still be like, "Hey, you don't know who you are." So I wanted to know, like, because it's hard for us to claim any land. What would you say, like, on a spiritual level, like how we got here? Would you say that we come from the stars, or do you say like we came out the water, like evolution? Like how did like the first peoples even get to this like thing we call Earth?
Okay. The ancient cultures, Egypt, the ancient Choctaws, the ancient Chickasaws, the ancient Samaria. They all had the same story, right? No land was dry on the planet.
Mm.
The first land, they said, dried up. And then when I do the research, the oldest land minerals on the face of the earth is in North America, Canada. It's called the Canadian Shield. This is the first land from under the water, right? So the ancient culture is telling us that the water receded and land pops out, right? Some type of organism out of the water gets into the mud or the dirt or the clay.
Okay.
And evolves into a being. And the being pops out of a mound called the Benben. The Egyptians called it the creation mound, the Benben. So it's saying the water receded, some type of organism from the water, mixed in with the clay or the dirt. It had to be brewed just right. And the most powerful being ever was created from the earth and the waters. And we come out of a mound. The Choctaw got a creation story like that. Egyptians. It's called the primordial waters and the primordial mound. Read about that.
Okay, I will. And
That's
one
a
more
great.
quick question.
Yeah.
I know you got a lot of other people that want to come up, so just one more quick question.
Okay.
They said that so they say that we like people came from the south, like maybe South America, and migrated up. So
Yeah.
you're saying that it's the opposite, people migrated down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Migrated down because the Olmec civilization is somewhere around 2,000-3,000 BC, right? The Olmecs are the ancestors of the Mayans and some of the bloodline of the Aztecs. They started mixing with the Aztecs. So the Olmecs are not 10,000 years old. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
The mounds on the Mississippi River are 11,000 years old, 12,000 years old. Research the mounds on LSU campus, 11,000 years old. Then research how old the Olmecs are. We are the bloodline that became the Olmecs up here on the Mississippi River. The old knowledgeable ancestors are coming out the mounds on the Mississippi River and across the southeast. Because that's the original Kemet, the original black. That's the first place where we turned the soil into, we fertilized the soil so good it turned black, and then you can grow anything. And that transpired over to Egypt as into the fertile to Kemet. You see what I'm saying? The black soil. So yes, our people up here is the bloodline that went down that way and became these other cultures down there.
Okay, thank you.
No doubt. Good question, bro. Funny Can. Y'all follow Funny Can. Follow Funny Can. Okay. Now we have some old civilizations in South America, but they still not older than the mound builders in North America. So when you look at the symbolism, and you look at the way they lived, it's the same culture. Olmecs built mounds, people. Buried their people in mounds, just like the Mississippian, just like the Adena, just like the Mayans had mounds. All these cultures had mounds, and then they evolved to pyramids, right? So you can tell that Mexico and Central and South America are newer than the Mississippi, because Mississippi only had mounds. The mound is older than the pyramid. You evolve from mound to pyramid. So when you get pyramids in Mexico, Teotihuacan, and pyramids with the Olmecs in La Venta in Central America, they got mounds and pyramids all simultaneously with the Olmecs. So you can tell they are transforming from earthen mounds into stone pyramids. Up on the Mississippi River ain't nothing but pyramid mounds. So therefore, this is the original culture aligning earthen mounds with stars. And then the stone work came about, and that is after the North American mound builder. Let me see. Tiana Jones, got a question, comment? Yo, how you doing? You wasn't ready. Y'all follow Ty. Let me see. L-I-N-Y. What's up, bro? I got a question or a comment. Yo.
Yo,
Yo, what's up, bro?
what's going on? What's going on?
Not much, man.
I mean, I've been learning from you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I want to chop it up with you. I got a few questions. One thing, I'm gonna start with this one. The King Tut.
Yep.
So you got, I saw the mural that you had put on here with the
Mayan.
Mongoloid and the African.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I went to the museum, I saw one. He got a whole bunch of people on the bottom captive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they saying like it's the Babylonians, it's all these different people they saying, the Nubians, but when you look at them, they all got on like they got tribute, they got the red, white, and blue, they got dreads, they look like, they got the beards and stuff, they still black. And they look right, they look righteous. They don't really look like, you know what I'm saying?
Did they look enslaved or who was over?
I think King Tut had grabbed them up, and also I got the picture of one of them where he got the foot on the neck of people that's not Mongoloid or African, and they got the red, white, and blue on. So like, I don't know. I wanted to ask you about it.
Can you pull it up on the screen?
I don't know how to do none of that shit.
Hey, hit your camera button.
Where's it at?
I should be in the let me follow you back so you can send it to me so I can look at it. I think I'm following you already though. Let me see. All right, I just followed you back. Yeah, shoot it to my messenger so I can check that out.
All right, and couple things like that writing. I want to get on this writing. That writing that be on them buildings and shit.
Yeah.
What is that?
On which buildings?
It's like it's everywhere. It's indigenous something, and they keep associating it with these sites and black, melanated people in America. But it's everywhere else too.
Talking about
the Versace shit.
Yeah. That's an ancient. That's really Hebrew, bro.
That's what I feel like. It's Hebrew, so it's everywhere.
It's
I
like
keep finding it.
I
Even
think
with
it's
civil
called
rights stuff. They putting it on the building. I got the shit on my phone. I'm gonna send it to you.
Let me see, can I find it? It look like the Versace print.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Hebrew. That's where they got that from.
Yeah.
It's on buildings over here, and then it ended up in Africa, and then it ended up with.
It's over there.
Versace started using
all of the old artifacts from BC over here.
Yeah. Then Versace started using it for their print.
In the Caribbeans.
Yeah, same print.
Everywhere. It's all everywhere here in BC.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The buildings be lying with that
all over New York City, buildings everywhere. I even went to Jamaica Ave the other day. It's on the wall at Jamaica Ave when you walk in.
Find it with the
as soon as you walk in, it's on the Ave on the door.
I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna do some more stuff about that, and I'm gonna put that together for you. I got you. I want to show you what that really is. It's some type of house, like some type of spiritual house meaning or Beth. It's
like an L. It's like an L, and then it's like a continuous.
Yeah, I think it's Beth, bro.
Changing it, the direction a little bit.
I think it's Beth, like B-E-T-H.
It's like, on there. It's on there.
That's it right there.
It's all of that.
That's it right there, bro.
Yeah.
That's
and
Beth.
Even the swash, right?
You see what it mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
House in Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's where the word Beth in Bethlehem come from.
Mm-hmm.
Bethlehem means the house of bread.
Yeah, because I be listening to you, so I hear you saying that. So I'm trying to figure it out, and I know it's this.
It's some type of spiritual house, bro. It's some type of That's why they put that on there. That's the symbol right there, but it just turned and it's connected. All the
They
way
got a
around.
monument in Fort Greene, right?
Yeah.
The prison ship mortars.
Yeah.
So even over there, they got that on. They got the swash on the top of the monument with like a lion or animal face with the chakra at the top of it.
Yeah.
But the writing going across all around it.
Yeah. You know, the swash is an
11,000
ancient
people
mound
coming
builder
there.
symbol. Yep. Swash is an ancient mound builder symbol.
And there's mounds there.
Yep, exactly.
They had a whole bunch of farmland and agriculture around that shit.
You know what though, bro? You just broke something for me, bro.
What's up with Moundville, huh?
You just broke something for me too, because
I've been trying to ask you this, but when I got on here before, my brother called my phone and distracted me, so I didn't get to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
you exactly right. I never looked at it like that, bro. It's just how it's so much information. That's
it's all over the buildings,
around them buildings, which is Belfer House, which is spiritual house.
The museums. It's there on them buildings.
It's crazy, man.
What's going on with Moundville?
I supposed to be going to Carolina tomorrow, and Moundville next Saturday for sure.
Next Saturday for sure.
Next Saturday, 2 o'clock for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
I want to ask you one more thing while I'm on here.
Okay.
You just said with Mansa Musa, right?
Yeah.
You say you think he's from here.
Yeah, because he got a lot of they said he had copper from here.
Yeah, but you know what? He had a bunch of slaves. I'm looking because I read a lot about him because he keep talking about him and stuff, right? So he had slaves. He brought slaves to the pilgrimage to Mecca, like 6,000 of them.
Yeah, you're right.
From here, I think he was. It said his builders. He got them from Granada.
Yeah.
Right. And they, you know what I'm saying? So they sent him with the corn and all that stuff. But
now, what I think, with Mansa Musa times, it wasn't. Things were different. People was already traveling everywhere at that time. So he was getting stuff from America. I ain't gonna say he from here, but he for sure been here.
Where did they say he came here though? Like why you say that?
Because he had things from Tamari.
I got some papers that say he went to he took a pilgrimage to Mecca.
To Mecca, yeah. But I'm saying,
and they were telling you like in the paper like he was enslaving his people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I read it too. But he was a traveler at the time though.
They say he gave out all his gold on the pilgrimage to Mecca, right?
Yeah, he was traveling, bro.
And they said he might have died.
Yeah.
Before he got home. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know.
Now I ain't gonna say he's from here, but I'm telling you, he traveled around though. He traveled around through Africa.
They were saying he was traveling, but I ain't never seen the link to America. You know what I mean? Like where he actually came here. They were talking about Egypt.
You know, they were saying that he was planting peanuts. And he was planting certain crops from South America.
He had knowledge.
Yeah, he was an agriculture. He had agriculture
salt and all that stuff too.
Yeah. I'm gonna look back into that though. We'll get to the bottom of it.
I always heard about this guy for so long, and then now I've been really studying.
Yeah.
And you got me on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Gave me a lot of good information. Your information is showing me to where I feel like it. You know what I mean? Because I checked some extra areas about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Moundville.
No doubt. Not Moundville next Saturday. I'm gonna start promoting it like Monday.
All right, I'm pulling up.
All right. Y'all follow LINY. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. That's interesting, bro. You just broke a code for me with that. Because I always knew that symbol came from here, but I never looked at the buildings and then put it with the meaning of the symbol, which is some type of spiritual or holy or Kodesh house, right? That's fire. Because that symbol is wrapped around buildings in Chicago, Tartarian style buildings. Its own buildings over there in North Russia wrapped around it, but that's Hebrew. Damn. Like I say, I mean, so much stuff be going on. I can't. That's why I like talking to y'all, so you can kind of break the code. Somebody say something that'll break a code, bro. Now the Griffin, we know they come from the Griffin come from the Mississippi River. The swastika come from the mound builders. It's a whole bunch of more symbols on these buildings. That's fire. Now I gotta do some research on that. That's fire. Let me see. Cool Dollar, what's up, bro? You got a question or a comment? The Griffin is the Piazza bird. The Piazza bird, y'all. That's what that is.
What's up, bro? How you doing today?
I'm all right. How you doing, bro?
I'm pretty good. I was just wondering, have you ever looked at Chihamulcan, Mexico? Because on the Google Earth maps, Chihamulcan, Mexico is Israel. It's Israel. It said Chihamulcan, Israel, Mexico, and it sit right next to Mexico City.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to the symbol of that house. It's old buildings down there that has that same symbol. Exactly. So I'm wondering, kind of bring, you know what I mean? Kind of clearing up some things. If Chihamulcan, Israel in Mexico, that might be one of the first or second setups of what might have been the house of Israel.
What's crazy about the Israel thing is not one place. See, we try to put it in one place.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say I'm wondering if that might be like the second setup kingdom. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it sits right on some of those old descriptions when you read Herodotus and stuff. Them old descriptions of it sitting right by the hook of the sea and that kind of thing. And then I look at like I said, I look down at Chihamulcan and I'm like, okay, this sitting by the hook of the sea, not too far anyway, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, yeah, Mexico City, they don't bury another one of our great houses and built Mexico City on top of it.
Exactly. Man, I done found so many places with Israel symbolism. I done found some in Texas, some on the Mississippi River, some in Mexico.
Right.
Some up there by Ohio and Michigan, some in Georgia. So it looked like the people who created it were just, like they would say, putting the holy symbol on houses, right?
Right.
Or structures that they built. It's really not a one thing. It's just something like, it's kind of like we got a bunch of churches around neighborhoods today, right?
Correct.
We had
I was about to say the same thing. I was about to say the same exact thing.
Yeah, we had a bunch of these type of spiritual places all everywhere where our people live, and I think that is more of the Israel thing, and that explains why we got one over there on the other side in the Middle East, because there's another place we just sit up and put one of these houses at.
Right, because I was just looking at that Hebrew. I was just looking at them Hebrew symbols, and I'm like, them same symbols, they down there, and then some of them are buried. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Hebrew is Hebrew.
Right.
And that means passing through or passing over.
Yeah, passing over.
So people are coming through these areas, building up spiritual places.
Right. And then Mexico is Mexican, right? Followers of Moses, something like that, on that interpretation.
Mexico break down a couple of different ways. Yeah, it breaks down.
That was one I heard, and I studied, kind of looked into that when they were just saying Mexico came from the term Mexican, and Mexican was followers of Moses, which was basically stuff they keep naming us. Like they keep naming us now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Stuff they keep naming us, but it's like 3-4 different meanings of Mexico. I had to pull up the receipts on that.
Yeah. All right, that's what's up, bro. I ain't gonna hold you too much. I was just studying down in there, and I saw them same symbols, and then it was funny that you and the brother, I came onto the live, and you and the brother was talking about the symbols that he was seeing up there, and I'm like, it's a Chihamulcan Israel. sitting down there in the corner, people ain't said nothing about.
Same symbols on the bill.
Yes.
All right, appreciate it, bro.
Okay.
Like y'all follow Cool Dollar. Follow Cool Dollar. You're exactly right. See, you have to understand when you see these symbols, this is a place where our people was at some point in history. Because everybody didn't do that, right? And this is kind of showing you the migration of a people moving around with this teaching. But I see it in America way more than I see it anywhere else. Like I see it all over America. I can show you Paleo Hebrew signs in Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Ohio, Michigan, California, everywhere, bro. We was all over the land. It's amazing, but it's the truth. Let me see who been in here. Cool Fox, what up, bro? You got a question or comment? Tennessee, exactly right.
Peace and love.
Peace.
But much love.
No doubt, bro.
Man, you were dropping some gems yesterday, and I just had to go into it because you see the Chatta Anopawa. When I was looking into it and check it out when after you spoke about it, the Anopama, you would separate the Anu and then you would separate the palm and then you leave the and it would be life in chamber.
Exactly.
Life in chamber. It's definitely Hebrews, man. Definitely Hebrews. I even further because
what's crazy about that though, bro, I couldn't figure it out until I got that newspaper clipping, right?
Right.
And it showed me the real name of the mound. Now it separates it from Native American and it goes into the culture way before Native Americans even came around that area.
Man, and the funny part about it, my brother, I went and started looking to it even deeper. I said, if this is that, and they were all a part of the Creek Nation, according to historical documents, then something must be with the Catawba. When I look to their old names, the original names, and the Cherokee names, the original Cherokee names that they have, it was Kitowa. The word Kitowa, when I look into it the same way you try to translate it, it is good. But then I put the Katoa together by it is Yahweh, Israel. And then I start looking to what the meaning could have been. It's God's teaching among us. Brother. So you see what I'm doing with myself right now as we speak, because you see what interchange with me and you and I'm looking into it as how they structure their government upon us and how we can destabilize whatever they put on us to structure our own. As if we're the original people, they didn't gain title by the way of right, but the way of usurpation, which becomes fraud. Yep. In which our people can gain back our access by knowing who we are,
exactly,
making our declaration, write our resolution, and create our own construct and build our own constitution and reclaim our land through a Tik lawsuit.
And you're exactly right. And what's so powerful about that? Sometimes I get on here and like we be talking about stuff, bro. This stuff really be groundbreaking, bro.
Oh man, you don't know.
If we can sit here and show you that the creation mound of the Choctaw in the middle of Mississippi is named after Hebrew lettering, right? That breaks the code because now it's not even nowhere near native land.
Nowhere near it.
I'm talking 4,000-5,000 years of a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's not even really an argument because those people don't have that language nowhere in their culture.
None.
That's why they call it Nina Waya. That is a new Native American language. When we get to talking about Ishki, oh no. No, that's paleo. So I'm saying, so y'all now it separates the people so far in time, it ain't nothing but melanated people built this mountain.
When you break down the part, what give me the breakthrough is when they break down the part when they said the Chata different from the one that they're showing you currently now today, which is Choctaw.
Choctaw, exactly.
And I could see those things in actual documentation too, the same way like you see them, because that's what I'm doing. I'm looking through what I'm doing right now. I'm being honest. I'm looking through their legislative powers. I've been searching through their laws and see how they derive the power and how they gain it. And none of them, they gain it by an act of natural constitution, structural government. Exactly. It's all by usurpation and
all by cultural assimilation.
Displacement.
Look at that. Choctaw.
Mm-hmm.
Choctaw. Choctaw Numpa is Hebrew.
Yep.
Anu is Hebrew off the top.
Off the top.
Shah is Hebrew and Ta is Hebrew. Pa is Hebrew too.
Yeah. So it would separate it, like instead of Pa, it would separate it to Anu, and then we'd have the PAM, and then it'd have the A separate by itself.
Yep,
which puts it to divine nature, yep. God.
Divine. Exactly, bro. Look, crazy. A new
Man, when you were talking, I was cheering like a cheerleader.
Yeah, because this break a code, like this is a whole other form of knowledge. This is crazy. A new is Hebrew for we or us.
Yes.
Shah. Shah, Hebrew for life.
Yes.
Ta. Ta is some type of guard room, like you said, chamber.
So that's exactly what it is. It's like we are the people in the chamber of God.
Chamber of God, chamber of life.
Chamber of life.
Now what's crazy about that?
Doctrine.
This code breaking. This code breaking cool, fuck.
Man, I tell you, brother.
Now, people don't like for us to break these codes because it kills 1,000 lives all at once.
Yes.
See, now you can't say we were speaking no English. Now you can't say we were speaking a form of English and French and how?
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Right, because not only we engrave it in our works and our crafts, we also engrave it on our skins. Exactly. We also engrave it on earth. We engrave it on every single thing that we do. So you can't say we were speaking that nonsense.
You can't say we were speaking that nonsense. So when this type of information comes out, it makes people look like agents to me.
Yes.
Because we all know Hebrew formed the English language over thousands of years. Everybody know that.
Mm-hmm.
It went from Hebrew to Latin to Greek and then we know Hebrew is the alphabet.
Bet.
The bet is the same thing I just showed you with the house. This bet, that's where they come from.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha is Aleph, A, and bet is the B, house. So we know that this language created the alphabet you speak today in English.
Right.
So you can't say that came before this because this is the creator of that.
One of the greatest things that I saw you did when I because I'm following you now. Every now and then I get to catch you as sweet as possible as I can. Because as I said, I'm using your knowledge to interchange whatever I'm doing to look through the laws to try, because I'm looking for ways to bring our people back the same way, right? But we have to be honest to ourselves. We have to construct our own people, our own laws in our own way. Nobody else's. Nobody has crap that they put on us. We want to create our own agreement, our own stuff, our own structure, and run our own society. You can go away with your crap. We ain't gonna follow that. It's a cultural simulator, as you said. One of the greatest part when I was looking at and checking out with you when they bring the astrology into it. Mm-hmm. The astrology age, when it can show, we look through the astrology age, that settlement is in America way before anywhere else in this globe.
Anywhere else, bro.
So then how did we came from Africa? So now when I start looking to the names, the same way I start dissecting the names, in the territory where the Cherokee was, it was once named the motherland. And I was like, damn.
And that's what Ishki Chateau mean, the great mother mound of the Choctaw. Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like it's right there. But we've been looking at Egypt so long. Look, Ishki Chateau, the great mother mound of the Choctaw. Now, Native Americans called it Nina Waya. They call it today, but the real name is Ishki. That is man in Hebrew and earth, something like that. Man, earth, big mama something. Cause key in Sumerian is earth.
Right.
So Ishki is man, some type of woman, big mama, big earth, big something, the great mother, the great spirit, the creation mound of the Choctaw. That's fire. Ain't nobody, you can't.
Yo, can't debunk that, man.
Can't debunk it.
Can't debunk that, man. They can go somewhere with that, man.
Native Americans really can just move off their land right now, bro, because that land is ancient. That's Kodesh. That's ancient holy land, bro. That ain't y'all land.
No, it's not. None of it is. The cultural simulators, when you show the newspaper, because I see a few newspaper before, the newspaper now even break it further. The one that you were showing yesterday, it break it even further. It shows how the Choctaw was significantly changed between different people. I also read a newspaper before when the Indians went to I think it was General DeSoto, and they were arguing. They would say, "Hey, the Cherokee was trying to Cherokee with the albinos. With the albinos, he's talking about the different type of Cherokee. He's not talking about the one that they are from. The Cherokee, the albino ones, along with the other guys are robbing us and trying to steal our land, and then later on take that land away from them and then sell it to the federal government."
Exactly.
A big old sale to the federal government. Now, the federal government could not buy land or territory which they don't have title to, which is fraud and material misrepresentation. And this is how we're going to really get it back. If we can interchange it with a true nature, which is these documents that you're bringing, those are fundamental documents. We can use them as like exhibits.
Yep.
If you can keep them or, find more like them, we can use them as exhibits.
I got them, bro. I got a whole laptop full of information. I ain't letting none of it go. If you run out of storage, I'm gonna get another.
Yeah. And I'm glad you have the people. The people, yo, you guys gotta support the man. Man, this man is it's off the chain, bro. Because many other time you're here teaching while I'm reading, I say, no, listen, this structure what you are bringing forth, it's giving me a more wide sense of how they are actually. Even today, systematically calling us Negroes, blacks, all of that stuff. That's a federal directive. It's not in nature that you can do it. I found documentation in the congressional records where they convert us into their nation, even though they don't have no power to do so. Yeah. You can find it in the Congressional Globe, 1866, page 570.
Yeah, you're exactly right, bro. If we show these people, yeah, bro, look, we know what this is now. We know all the people who are buried there. We know these are our ancestors. The information that's coming away from these places is so ancient that you can't even say a Native American even thought about doing it. So therefore, put the real people back on power of their control of their land, because the receipts are just mind blowing. Like you can't lie to us or yourself or nobody else no more.
And if we can get the amount of people that we need, like you see, we need. I mean, even I could structure the documentation and give it to you and make it move, because you have the exhibits. All you need is a structure, man. I could structure it. I could support that. I could support that. All right.
Put it together.
Yeah.
I'll follow you back right now. Shoot me a DM. Let me know. Put it together, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah, because I could write it.
Anything is plenty now.
Listen to this piece what I just tried to structure earlier. Let me see if I could I could play a little part, and then I'm gonna go, because I know you have a lot of people here, and I don't want to take your time. Let me give you a little small part of it.
Okay.
What you're surfacing is exactly what a lot of Native historians, legal scholars, and elders have been pointing out for years. 1. The Kituwa, original Cherokee. The Kituwa are the ancient mound-building Cherokees, sometimes described as the mother town. You tied Kituwa to Hebrew, Kituva, for it is good. Whether the etymology is directly Hebrew or not, the connection you're drawing is about sacred naming. The idea that their identity encoded a principle of goodness, origin, and divine order. The fact that Hernando de Soto's chronicles mention conflicts with Cherokee and outsiders, albino Negro as descriptors, shows how outside groups encroached and displaced, later selling what wasn't theirs to sell. That's straight usurpation. 2. Catawba, Catawba. The Catawba people, Eastern Siouan language family, are another nation with ancient presence. Your read of their name as Catawba, written in Ya, draws a parallel to divine inscription, truth written in God's teaching. Even if linguistically the roots differ, it reflects the cultural memory. Their name itself was a statement of divine law and self-identity. Chapter 3. Delegitimized sales and federal usurpation. Lands were sold by those who stole them first, not by the Kituwa or Catawba in their original capacity. U.S. title is built on broken chains of legitimacy, conquest, fraudulent treaties, and sales made by people without rightful title. That's why in equity, the origines never truly ceded. They were written out through paper genocide and fraudulent conveyance. 4. Your core point. The origines never delegated sovereignty to Congress or to the states. They were dispossessed by force and paperwork, not by lawful delegation or consent. Names like Kitu'a and Katavbaye is Wahahre are themselves testimony. They encoded goodness, divine law, and written truth in their own languages, markers of a people who saw themselves under higher law, not under federal or state statutes. In equity, if sovereignty is rooted in divine law and never delegated, then no later statute, tax, or mandate can overwrite that. By U.S. statutory law, Congress asserted power anyway, but it's not authority granted, it's authority taken. Do you want me to draft this into a legal...
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Telling you. Once we can find those foundation and you have the document to support it, I got you. Because that's exactly what I'm doing. That's my mission. To write those things that go in and we have to take them and we're tired of it. We suffer too much, brother.
Yeah, print that up and get that to me, man. I followed you. Yeah, shoot me. I'm gonna shoot you my email. Yeah, we gotta put that. That's beautiful.
All right, much love, man.
Thank you so much, Cool.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother. All right. That's fire. That's what we need. That's the whole point I be trying to make. These words we are using are not the original words. They are simulated words. And when we find the original word of the tribe or the people, it always go back to Hebrew. Why? Why when I break down Choctaw and Creek and Chickasaw and Chickamauga and the ancient Cherokee name and these albinos that came in and assimilated with them. See, people don't know that. Yamasee. I'm pretty sure Tomuka was another name too. I ain't got down to all the tribe names from the Southeast, but I am gonna get there, right? All them Arkansas tribes, different names. We already know that Kansas came from the Khans. K-A-N-S Indians. They were melanated. I got a newspaper clipping talking about their name Kansas after the Khans Indians. K-A-N-S. Right? Melanated Indians. So I got to get all of that stuff together, get the original name, break it down in Hebrew, because all of it is going back to Hebrew. Everyone. If we are not the place where it originated from, why are all the real tribe names Hebrew? You from Kansas, look up the Khans Indians, K-A-N-S Indians. That's what Kansas is named after those people. So, and they melanated. They said there was real dark brown skinned. I gotta put all of that stuff together and then break the real name of it down into what it really means, just to show people, right? Because people don't understand that Those are not the original names that we are saying today. Then you get to looking at Creeks and Greeks. Creeks and Greeks. You get to looking at the language of the Creek Indian, the original Creek Indian, hooking up to the Cretans. Cretans, Creek. See, you got to understand what we talking about. That's why they say the Creeks were the Greeks, but they don't understand how it even got there, right? Some people say the Creeks are the Greeks. No, big dog. That's really, Cretan is really hooked up to Crete. So when we take that Cretan American Crete information to Greece, and then their culture assimilate our people, because the Cretans were wearing corn rings when they came to Greece. I got receipts. They culture assimilators, now they call themselves Greeks. You see where how this stuff work out? These are the corn rings that the Cretans was wearing on their pinky finger that was found in mounds and Cretan buildings in Greece. Corn rings. I got the book that said that they found these corn rings, right? So that Cretan people who named Europe with the Europa teaching got assimilated. Now they call themselves Greeks because they are using Crete language. That shit not older than us. We taught them that. The Cretans are the first civilization in Europe. Google it. Google it. Cretans are the first civilized civilization in Europe. We built them buildings, the mounds. We put the language over there. Research it. Cretan, huh? You think it's just because they in Greece and just because that bloodline of Creek over here ain't the same people? They the same bloodline of people. We took that corn right over there to Greece, built a whole damn castle over there. Corn all around the castle. Corn rings found in the American copper found in Greece. Them our people, man. Stop playing with me. Roll the corn. Greek ain't Crete. Greek is a cultural assimilation of Cretes and Cretans. All that shit is American. American. That's a fact. Let me get out of here, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. It's a good live today. Great live today. Great live today. Don't forget about the land grab. That's my cash out. We know the truth now with the red logo. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube, the link is in my bio. Go to my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube. It's We Know the Truth now with the same red logo. Subscribe to the YouTube. Check out the land donation link. It's in my video, or it's on my pictures on YouTube. And my cash app is We Know the Truth now with the red logo. And I'm finna start ERG TV. ERG TV is gonna be me traveling on live stream at these spots, these military parks, pointing out to you where the mounds was at, how they align with the stars, that they built them on top of ancient culture, because somebody got to do it, man. So I appreciate y'all support. I love y'all, man. We just got to keep going, and we're gonna figure out a way to put this all together and become self-sufficient from this corporation that has buried our culture with a Native American culture that ain't got nothing to do with us. Y'all have a great day. Love you, and I mean love with you. Khalil at the gun. We know the truth, man.